This headlight mistake makes a night driving dangerous. If your headlights look even a little cloudy, yellow, or dull, the real problem is not that your car looks old. The real problem is that you may be driving at night with a fraction of the light you think you have. And the mistake most drivers make is not ignoring the headlight completely. It is worse than that. They polish the lens, make it look clear for a few days, feel like the problem is solved, and never protect it afterward. That is how the same dangerous headlight haze comes back. Sometimes faster, sometimes worse. So, in this video, I'll show you the headlight mistake that makes night driving dangerous, why cloudy headlights can steal visibility without you noticing, and the right way to decide whether to restore, protect, or replace them. Part 1. Why this is a safety problem. Most drivers notice bad headlights in the wrong way. They do not inspect the lens during the day. They notice the problem at night on a dark road, when the beam feels weak, scattered, yellow, or strangely short. By then, the car may already be giving you less usable light than you think. AA research found that clouded or yellowed headlights can produce only about 20% of the light output of new headlights. That is not just a cosmetic issue. That is a night driving safety issue. Because at night you are already working with less reaction time. Pedestrians, animals, road debris, potholes, lane edges, and stopped vehicles all become harder to read. If your headlights are also hazed over, your eyes are doing extra work while your car is giving you less help. And the dangerous part is that this happens slowly. You do not wake up one morning with headlights that suddenly look awful. The plastic lens ages bit by bit. Sunlight damages the protective coating. Road grit, weather, washing chemicals, and time make the lens duller. The change is gradual, so your brain adapts. That is why many drivers do not realize how bad their headlights are until they compare them to a newer car. Part 2. The big mistake. The big mistake is polishing the lens and stopping there. You have seen the hacks: toothpaste, baking soda, WD-40, bug spray, magic wipes, 5-minute miracle tricks. Some of them can make a headlight look clearer for a short time because they remove surface grime or add temporary shine. But looking shiny is not the same as being properly restored. A real headlight problem is usually about damaged plastic and failed UV protection. If you scrub away haze but do not rebuild protection, the lens is exposed again. Sunlight starts attacking it again. The yellowing returns. And if you used a harsh shortcut, you may have removed what little protection was left. That is why some people say, "I've restored my headlights and they turn yellow again in a month." The problem was not always the restoration. The problem was skipping the protection step. If this is making you look at your headlights differently, subscribe to Best Car Tips before you forget. This channel is about cheap checks that make older cars safer and help you avoid wasting money. And if your headlights are cloudy right now, comment "cloudy" below, because a restoration kit comparison would be useful for a lot of drivers. Part 3. Restore, protect, or replace. Here is the simple decision tree. If the headlight is lightly cloudy on the outside, restoration can work well. A proper kit usually includes sanding or polishing steps and a UV protectant or clear coat. The goal is not just to make the lens shiny. The goal is to remove oxidation evenly and seal the surface afterward. If the lens is severely yellow, crazed, cracked, moisture-filled, or damaged inside, polishing the outside may not be enough. At that point, replacement can be the safer long-term fix. If one headlight is clear and the other is cloudy, fix both, or at least compare both. Uneven lighting can make the road look strange at night and can make your car look neglected. And if the bulbs are old, mismatched, or poorly aimed, clear lenses alone may not solve the whole problem. A clear lens with a weak bulb or bad aim can still leave you with poor night visibility. So do not think of this as one magic step. Think of it as a system. Lens clarity, UV protection, bulb condition, and aim. Part 4. The parking lot test. Before you buy anything, do this quick check. Park the car in daylight and look straight at the headlight lens. If the plastic looks yellow, milky, chalky, or rough, that is oxidation. If you cannot easily see the bulb or reflector through the lens, The light output is probably being blocked. Now check at night. Park about 25 feet from a wall or garage door on level ground. Turn on the headlights. Look at the beam pattern. You are not trying to do a professional aim adjustment here. You are looking for obvious problems. One side much dimmer than the other, fuzzy light with no clear cutoff, yellow beam color from a cloudy lens, or light that seems to scatter instead of projecting forward. If the beam is weak and the lens is cloudy, do not blame your eyes first. Blame the lens. Part 5. How to fix it without wasting money. If your headlights are only mildly hazy, start with a proper headlight restoration kit, not a random household hack. Follow the steps, mask the paint, work evenly, do not rush sanding, do not leave scratches, and most important, apply the UV protection step exactly as directed. If the kit does not include a real protectant, that is a red flag. If the haze returns quickly, you either skipped protection, the coating failed, the damage is deeper, or the headlight needs replacement. If the headlight has water inside, deep cracks, melted areas, broken tabs, or severe internal haze, stop trying to polish your way out of it. Replacement may cost more, but it may also be the only fix that actually improves night driving. And one more thing, do not install random ultra-bright bulbs in housings not designed for them and call it a safety upgrade. Bad light scatter can blind other drivers and still leave you with poor usable light. Brighter is not always better. Controlled light is better. Part 6. The habit that prevents it. Once the headlights are clear, protect them like paint. Wash them gently. Avoid harsh chemicals. Use protection if the restoration kit requires it. Reapply protection when needed. And inspect them before winter, before long night drives, and before giving the car to an older family member who drives after dark. The point is simple. Headlights do not need to look destroyed before they become a safety problem. If the lens is cloudy enough to notice, it is already time to act. So the headlight mistake is not just letting them get cloudy. It is polishing them once, skipping UV protection, and assuming the job is done. Clear the lens, protect the lens, check the beam, replace the assembly when restoration is no longer enough. Before your next night drive, look at your headlights in daylight. If they look cloudy, do not wait for a dark road to find out how much light you are missing. Subscribe to Best Car Tips for simple maintenance checks that keep older cars safer and cheaper to own. And next, watch the video on screen about the tire pressure mistake drivers make before summer. See you in the next one.